Hey there guys, and thanks so much for clicking on this video and joining me here as we talk about some Harry Potter news. So, we're going to be talking about the upcoming HBO Harry Potter series. There's so much casting news going on, and news and information and rumours and speculation and all that good stuff around the upcoming show. As we get closer to the start of the production date, there's going to be more and more news, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel, and I'll update you guys as soon as I can whenever news comes out about this show. But we're talking about Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It looks like she's in talks to play a particular character within the Harry Potter series. Can you guess, before we get into this article and we break down this information, I want you to take your best educated guess. What role do you think Phoebe Waller-Bridge is up for in the Harry Potter series? When we get into the information, let's see if you got it right or close to getting it right. It'll be interesting to find out what you guys think before we get to it. So anyway, now with that down, let's get into this article from Comic Book Movie. Let's break it down and let's see what's going on with Phoebe Waller-Bridge and the new HBO Harry Potter show. So this comes to us from comicbookmovie.com. Rumour, Harry Potter eyeing Indiana Jones star Phoebe Waller-Bridge for key role in upcoming HBO TV show. So, where are we? HBO's Harry Potter TV series is still expected to begin shooting this summer, and while no official casting announcements have been made as we write this, several names have done the rounds for many of the adults who populate the wizarding world. I mean, there's been so many rumours, speculation, fan theories, all this kind of good stuff, guys, and there's so many of the same names that keep cropping up for different roles. So, we have to take this with a pinch of salt. Nothing's been confirmed through J.K. Rowling, through HBO, any official channels as far as we know just yet. But it's fun as a fan to talk about this and see if any of these castings actually come to light once they're officially announced. So, Popper Asidhu from Gangs of London is reportedly in talks to play Severus Snape. If you haven't seen Gangs of London, make sure you check it out. Popper Asidhu in that series, absolutely phenomenal actor. As Severus Snape, I think he would do a fantastic job. Mark Strong, I mean, another great actor. And Mark Rylance, among those eyed for Albus Dumbledore. A lot of people are excited about that, Mark Rylance, for the role of Albus Dumbledore. Obviously, Dumbledore, one of the most important roles in the series, so they have to make sure they cast that right. Sharon Horgan and Rachel Weisz could be on the cable's network radar for Minerva McGonagall, with Brett Goldstein looking likely for Hagrid. So, today's scooper, Daniel Rickman, brings word that Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny star Phoebe Waller-Bridge has been offered the role of Petunia Dursley, Harry Potter's hateful aunt. So, at the beginning, when I said guess the role that she's going to be up for, did any of you get it right? Were any of you remotely close? Jump in the comment section and let me know if you were remotely close when you tried to guess which role she'd be up for. But yeah, I mean, I think that would be great casting. I mean, Petunia Dursley, I mean, that's an important role within the first season of the Harry Potter show, obviously in the first book as well. Harry Potter's relationship to the Dursleys, obviously where he grew up, and kind of that story about his origins, living with the Dursleys and all that kind of stuff. So, it's one of the important characters in the first season. So, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I mean, a lot of people are quite turned off to Phoebe Waller-Bridge. A lot of people don't say nice things about her. I think she's an okay actress. I don't think I've seen enough of her work to really comment on whether she's a good or bad actress. I saw her in the Dial of Destiny, the latest Indiana Jones film, and I mean, she was fine in it. She wasn't a standout performance or anything like that, and I believe that she's writing and producing the new Amazon Tomb Raider show, if I'm not mistaken. Which a lot of people are excited about. But yeah, I mean, she's as good as actress as any. Like I say, I don't know much about her, but if they're looking at her for a potential role as Petunia Dursley, they've obviously seen something from her acting prowess that they like, and they're confident that she could do a good job in that role. So that's pretty exciting. So, there was a lot the movies didn't do with the character due to time constraints. I mean, that was the big thing, wasn't it? That was the reason why a lot of the plot points within the books were left out of the movies. The movies are obviously a different art medium, a different art form to the books. You have time constraints in which to tell your story, so you have to leave a lot of stuff out of the books, unfortunately, and that's what this series is doing. It's being more faithful, the adaptation of the material, so hopefully we get back to that. But anyway, there was a lot the movies didn't do with the character due to time constraints. With that in mind, it makes sense to turn to the actor. It makes sense to turn to an actor of Phoebe Waller-Bridge's caliber to perhaps flesh her out a little bit more. I mean, like I said, I'm not that experienced with her acting prowess. I haven't seen a lot of stuff with her in it, but apparently she's got a good resume. She's been in a lot of good stuff, and she's a great actor, apparently, according to HBO. They seem to like her, so I'm going to trust in their judgment, and let's hope they make the right casting choice. As well as starring in Solo, A Star Wars Story, and Fleabag, Waller-Bridge is known for writing Killing Eve, No Time to Die, and is developing the upcoming Tomb Raider TV series starring Sophie Turner. Yeah, I thought she was working on that, so that's something that a lot of people are working, definitely looking forward to. So, Francesca Gardner from Succession is Harry Potter's showrunner, and previously said, quote, "We have 8 hours to tell the first book, so we can dig into the real depths and crevices and how the language of magic can evolve." So, 8 hours to tell the first book. I would assume, as an educated guess, based on that, the first season is going to be 8 episodes long, obviously each episode being an hour long. So 8 hours of Harry Potter content just in the first season alone. And supposedly we're getting like a lot of seasons here. So it's a 10-year plan that they have for this series. And the first series is going to be 8 hours long. So that's like having an 8-hour-long movie if you watch all the episodes back to back. So there's going to be a lot of Harry Potter content coming our way, which is fantastic as a fan. So, tell the first book, we can dig into the real depths and crevices and how magic can evolve. Like I said, a more faithful adaptation to the source material, which is what all those mega hardcore Potter fans want. Having devoured the Harry Potter books as a 14-year-old, she said, last year, that upwards of 32,000 young actors had auditioned for the lead roles of Harry, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger. 32,000 actors, wow, auditioned for those 3 key roles of Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Ron Weasley. That's like the most craziest audition process I could even imagine. As expected, the plan is to stick much closer to the books, as well as because Gardner intends to cast characters to their canonical ages, meaning Severus Snape will be 31 and the Dursleys will also be much younger than they were in the movies. Okay, that's something I didn't actually know. So they were cast to be older in the movies. Okay, that's something I didn't know. This also means that James and Lily Potter will be in their early 20s. So Gardner noted that the benefit of the TV series is that it gives them a, quote, bigger sandpit to play in than the movies, while having more room to adapt these stories also means that they can really dig into the character arcs. Though she said her intention is not to undo what was done so brilliantly on the big screen, we will, however, get updated take on Hogwarts, get to have some fun with the Peeves in the corridors. Asked about the ongoing controversy surrounding author J.K. Rowling caused by what many feel are anti-trans views, HBO Casey Bloys said the following: "We are totally comfortable with continuing to work with the author," and added that he'd prefer to do what the creatives want to do rather than listen to the fan conversation. And personally, that's the exact right thing to do. You do what's right for business. You do what's going to give you the best product possible. And to have J.K. Rowling on board is an absolute must. The creative mastermind, the god of the Harry Potter universe. She wrote all the characters, all the books, knows everything. And to have her on board as a producer, having a say in casting, writing, all the important stuff behind the scenes, absolutely must. In order to get the best Harry Potter product, not having J.K. Rowling involved would be a huge mistake, and they absolutely did the right thing to include her, to still have her as the creative behind the scenes, working on this series with them. Harry Potter is also HBO Harry Potter is also executive. Let me say that again. I'm getting tongue twisted today. HBO's Harry Potter is also executively produced by Mark Mylod, J.K. Rowling, Neil Blair, Ruth Kenley, Letts, and Bonte Film and TV, and David Heyman of Heyday Films. The series is expected to premiere either in 2026 or 2027. So there we go, guys. A lot of information and news there about potential castings. Nothing's been confirmed as of yet. I'm sure that's going to happen sooner rather than later as they go into production at some point soon. We'll get a lot of confirmed castings, but at the moment it's kind of just rumor mill castings. But a lot of these names keep popping up all over the place, so I think there is a nugget of truth to these castings. And what do you guys think about Phoebe Waller-Bridge being offered the role as Petunia Dursley? Do you think that's a good casting choice, a bad casting choice? Guys, jump into the comment section and let me know what you think about this news. As always, thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber of the channel. It goes a long way to supporting the content, so I really appreciate that. And as always, I will see you in the next video.